Thank you so much, Power. Definitely holding out the studios right here in the Overdrive. We had to invade the space at least once a year to talk about what happened the year before. And trust me, 2025 was a very interesting year. Welcome to Eblaze Year in Review. No Power, it is not ladies alone because we do have a panel. Paris is out sick, so we had to put in somebody else who, of course, love entertainment and all up in the business, the Kool-Aid. So Schoy, Schoy.
Yeah, man, but then the place.
The
Love
Jamaican boy is with us as well.
Yeah.
And of course, we know her all over the place, TV, radio, everywhere, on every stage. Debbie Bassoon.
Don't say every stage, though,
Every
Jan.
I don't know which event me go. I mean, I see up on stage, Debbie.
Many events.
No, maybe
trust
me not there then.
But I'm happy to be here. Besides you, Frenny, I am Talia and Schoy.
Talia is in the
Hi,
building
hi.
as well. Definitely, listen, we're talking about people who do entertainment news, are part of entertainment for the entire year. But we're going to have conversations because everybody knows like the big things that happen in 2025. So this is really the conversations about the things that stood out and what our thoughts are on it. So we hope you're tuning in and you're enjoying it as well. We're here live all the way until 4:30. Now, entertainment, like overall, what did you see as interesting overall for dancehall? We're going to be talking about that too.
Yeah,
All right.
most definitely.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to be starting, of course, with our top 10 most interesting stories in entertainment for 2025. The first, of course, is Vibes Cartel. That was a whole vibe.
The return. The return.
Yes.
Yeah.
From Freedom Street at December 31, literally starting the year on a high, his career literally just exploded worldwide for 2025.
Yeah.
And of course, being crowned the king of dancehall as well was a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, we saw him on tour, selling out arenas and just taking over the stages globally. Like he was just on fire for the entire year. Like no slowing down.
Yeah, I think since his return, his release was also a big thing as well. Everything that happened around that case was also very interesting with how it happened. And then came July 31, and there he was walking through those gates, himself and Sean Storm as well. So
I think 2024, yeah.
Right, 2024. So that was a real moment, I think, carrying to see what exactly 2025 would look like for him, having, come out of prison and having so many fans worldwide waiting on him. And then there he was traveling, getting back his visa, traveling and entertaining people, and seeing as well him live on show was just absolutely stellar. And he admitted in the moments when he never feels so righteous on stage, right? But I think people got a chance to see him, very human in those moments as well. And I'm happy for the kind of support he got on that stage. Spice, I thought, was a very, very good supporting act on the stage with him at these events. So I think he really kind of reignited the fire in dancehall for the year.
Yeah, because the king and queen literally shows also the unity
exactly
in dancehall.
exactly.
And sometimes dancehall get bad, flack because it's always about negativity and violence and stuff. And seeing dancehall unite worldwide, I think that also helped other artists throughout the year in terms of just the visibility of the genre.
Yeah, man. Freedom Street was like the perfect way for the start of the new year. Anybody who is everybody was there. It's a good vibe, you understand? I think it set the platform and the stage for many concerts to come throughout the year as well. So it was a big deal.
You know what's interesting though? I remember when he came out, a lot of persons were concerned if it is that he would be ready to take the stage, especially because of his illness and him battling with Graves' disease, among other things. And he just showed up and showed out, and he ensured that he was exercising, he was taking care of his diet, and he was practicing as well. We saw him, doing some kind of rehearsal as well. So I think persons were just excited to see him grow, because the Vibes Cartel that person saw on Freedom Street and in the Vibes Cartel that person saw, later on in the year on other stages, other concerts, two totally different artists. He was jumping, he was giving the energy, and they're like, all right, Cartel, I see you.
Also the unity of other artists coming in as well, More Empire, we saw them, we saw Bunty, supporting as well. So a lot of artists came in and it was a good look.
Yeah.
I think as well, the other part of it as well, Jan, I'm so sorry to cut you, but the fact that almost, if not all his shows were sold out. Right?
Yes.
I remember being at the one in New York, and let me tell you something, like that for me, when I saw people who don't look like Jamaicans there, singing the songs word for word, line for line, and it's like they wanted to see him there, and also because of the fact that you saw some dancehall artists who we have not seen here in Jamaica in a while. Black Rhino taking the stage, you know, so you saw dancehall in that time when Vybz Kartel was really running the place, right? In the earlier years, you saw those artists as well with him on stage, and I thought
Black
that was
Cartel,
yes,
Bleach Cartel. I know we have Sidem Cartel. No, I'm just saying.
Speaking of Sidem,
Really sure.
do we
I
think
like that.
2020, she's been kind of quiet in the later part.
she's been
the later part
wifing.
of-
She's been playing wifing.
You sure? Me not really see her
Have you
a
seen
wholly-
have you seen the Christmas
see
video?
her.
Have you seen the Christmas video?
No.
The loaded Versace video where she's getting all these Versace stuff that Carter bought for her.
Ooh.
Okay.
I wonder if the ring are going to go on properly in 2026.
Well,
Oh, no,
I
if you're
hear
pressured.
plans.
Wait, but why you think it didn't go on properly before?
No, the engagement, listen, until you actually do the vows and sign the paper, it don't count.
Listen,
No,
stop
but
pressure the
first
people.
You must
listen.
know this, Mrs. Brown.
First of all, the woman is engaged. She's
Okay.
planning her wedding,
can
and you have to give
engage
them
for 10 years.
time.
It don't count till you get
So
the
you
actual ring.
think that wait, but she have a ring on her finger?
Okay, the real ring. Come on.
Oh, you mean go sign
Yes.
sign thing?
In front of the judge.
Oh, my apologies.
don't-
My
it don't
sincere
count.
You realize how
apologies.
this conversation has gone.
Yes,
This
yes.
proposal and marriage.
But Sidem and Cartel and Shorty and all of that has been so viral. I mean, it was also part of 2025.
There's a
Yeah, it
short
was.
moment of
Yeah.
Shorty, but I think,
Hey,
there's a short moment there, but I think everybody kind of move on.
You know what I can appreciate with these people. Yes, they are living a public life, but they also have very private lives as well, and aspects to their lives that they don't want to share to the public. So I feel like Sidem is just in her era where I'm living my life like it's golden. I'm good. I don't need to show anything to anybody. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. Me and my man good. Like, me no need to show you some me and him good.
Clock it.
Yeah, me no need to show you
Clock
some me and him
it.
good. Me and my man good. Me no need your approval or your validation.
clock
Hello.
All
I feel
right.
like, yes,
How do you really feel?
Yeah.
Talia?
What I'm just saying.
Talia, is this really about
Yeah.
Sidem?
She has to-
Or
yeah,
is
she
it
has to be
true?
about
Like,
No, but I'm just saying.
Talia, is this
no, I think
really
that when
about Sidem,
people,
though?
it is.
Okay.
And other people, I feel like when people are genuinely happy in their lives and in whatever they're doing, they're not so much focused on showing out to social media to try and get the validation from
Yes,
social
true.
media.
And
They're
that's-
enjoying
and
their
that-
lives.
And that's exactly how Talia lives her life too.
I
So.
do, so
Yeah.
I can relate, but I'm just saying,
Yeah,
when
that
you're
make it look
happy-
like if it had on Instagram in a real.
Yeah,
I'm gonna like that.
people are living real lives.
And back to Freedom Street and the music of Vybz Kartel.
It's still
I think Cartel's music as well did well. Just
Yeah.
outside of the concerts and such, I think musically, I think he did well as well with the releases that we got from him.
And I think that was also
He
a
created some
concern
anthems,
persons had.
Yeah.
After 13 years incarcerated, the dancehall space had changed. Will he still be able to trend? I think
Yeah.
that was a concern.
Yeah.
And he proved them that, listen, if he released maybe 20 songs, you had maybe 8 or 10 of them that actually trended. So
Exactly.
he did well. And he is doing well. He has a
Yeah.
2026 song too that is also like the start of the year that has started to trend too.
Really?
Yes, a New Year's song. So
Okay.
What
that's pretty
about
cool.
what about the Grammys? Yeah.
Well, we're gonna talk about the Grammy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna
the
talk about
Grammy
that.
nomination.
He is a part of that list
Yeah,
of
he
nominees
is.
coming out of Jamaica. So I'm big
Yeah.
up to him. And I saw Spice endorsing him online and telling people, hey, voters and members, vote for him.
But
So
it's
that's a big
interesting
deal.
because when he just came out, he did go to the Grammys.
Yes, he
And
did.
we saw him
Backstage,
backstage on the red carpet doing his thing as well. And I'm quite excited to see who will be taking that home. I don't know. Who knows
Yeah.
what a story it will be if it is him.
And that crowning moment for him at Sumfest last
Big
year as
deal.
well, I thought was a very, very good moment for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that was a big thing. Basically, people saying that the crown was taken away from Be the Man and given to Cartel. And then you had Yellow Man coming out to say who is the king. And it was definitely something that's trended in 2025
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But can I ask you this, Jan? I mean, and this may end up into a short discussion about the kinging somebody, right? So Reggae Sumfest would have crowned their king.
Yes.
And usually they're doing that in representation of
The brand.
the audience, but it's also their decision, really. It's whatever
Yes.
happens with Joe Bogdanovich and his team members who they decide they want to do that with, right? My thing is it that the audience, the streets, they have their own king, they get to call the shots on who gets king, or it's a case where, these institutions like a Reggae Sumfest can decide, all right, this is the person that we see who is, deserving of this title, because to say that Beanie Man's crown was taken,
Yeah.
it would seem like the only place that kings are crowned would be on a Reggae Sumfest stage.
Well, that is one of the largest stage for local reggae and dancehall music here in Jamaica. So it's understandable why persons would look to them to say they are showing you. They're showcasing every year what is hot and new and interesting and trending in dancehall on the stage as well. So it's probably a good, but I understand what you're saying, because who determines who the king is, and who's the committee,
right?
And does the Sumfest crowd and does the Sumfest organizers represent the entire dancehall space?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And I think something else that we also forgot is that, you know, sometimes people crown themselves. So sometimes
Self-proclaimed.
people, they're self-proclaimed. So for example, you walk around and you tell everybody that you're the king of the dancehall, just like when Massacre said he's the goat.
Yes.
Right? So I mean it stirs conversations, but
because my thing is,
how do we determine this? You know what I mean?
Man, stop saying welcome the king of the dancehall.
Right.
Like when he sings Parhead Parshow against Wall.
Why should he take out that song?
Why should he go blank and
welcome the
king of the dancehall? You can't say the former king of the dancehall. Be the own your something is your song.
So therefore,
but Yellow Man is still considered a king in his own right. And
I know
usually
they call him the godfather of.
No, but the thing is, even if you're looking at real kingdom and kingship, when you were a king, you're always a king. So even if you have now a new king, you can still call yourself a king because you were a king for whatever time you reigned. You know what I mean?
Well,
we can have several kings.
Always be a king.
Or we can have this, king for the street.
Like in a United
king
Emirates.
For, the king for social media, whatever it is. Or if you have fight for one kingdom, you know?
Anyway, so you know what's going to be happening right now, which has already started. This look to see who is next in line for the kingdom. That's a big conversation right now, right? About who's next for the throne.
Massacre.
So we'll see. I don't know. I think we have it on the list of things to talk about, right? So we come on Vibes Cartel. And what else are we looking at for this year? So Vibes Cartel did his thing. God return.
Listen.
Yes, I think persons were really happy about that.
Officially returned, because there are rumors that he's been popping in and out of the island from before. Let us
Say
breathe.
that so, Jan.
We're not on the proof fight, but
I want to see the views expressed here by Janice Young are not necessarily those of Fame 95 FM. We don't got no proof, okay? It's a supposition.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Unconfirmed reports are that.
Sightings of.
You know, and it maybe could have been you that look like Movado.
Maybe, you know, but remember, he has a unique look to it, so you can't really mix him up with a whole heap of people.
You're pressing this one.
It could have been him son, though. Could have been him son.
Well,
Yeah, him son.
His son busy.
But his son is not here with us.
Jail.
In this.
No, at that time, he was out, right? What does I say?
No, probably not.
Okay, all right. I try a thing.
I'm just passing through.
But there was a little bit of a disappointment as well, because we're looking for his
event.
So that would be a big deal, you know what I mean?
They are looking at new dates to restage it this year, so we look forward to that.
And we can understand the circumstances surrounding that cancellation.
Yeah, Hurricane Melissa.
There's no going around that.
But you know what? Persons were just really ecstatic to see him on the stage. I think persons started buying tickets from the day it dropped. They're just like, yo, I want to see Movado in Jamaica for the first time in Jamaica in over a decade.
What was that, Shy? No.
I know so. Anyway.
That was anyway?
Yes.
What?
Wow, gangster for life. No.
But you know what I appreciate? I think that he has managed to kind of make his presence be felt while he's still in Jamaica. But, you know, him saying, guess what? I'm going to stay out of the spotlight a little bit until I'm making my grand return on the stage when that time comes again.
You have to check for the house and, you know, make sure him family good. And, you know what I mean? Eat some jelly coconut from the roundabout.
And did he also have a case with a lawyer, I believe, as well? He was saying that somebody had taken some monies from him, I believe.
For property. For property. Yeah. We don't exactly know how that case has turned out, or if it's even finished, is it?
No, I don't think it's finished at all.
No.
There you go.
But
Also 2025, interesting year. This was the biggest year for Miss Universe. Even people who never watched in Miss Universe
Janice, I know the biggest year for Miss Universe. You cannot take away this year. You cannot take. Controversial. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not agree with that at all.
Because the biggest year as in making the news, you know, because
internationally.
International news itself had challenges with the Miss Universe pageant from even before Dr. Gabriel Henry fell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was the most scandalous Miss Universe.
You've connected the right adjective. I think that works in the description, Jan. Seriously, because when we saw that organizer come out in that meeting with all the queens there, and I think it was Miss Brazil.
It was Miss Mexico.
Is Mexico? Mexico.
Yeah, Miss Mexico who had the she had an issue, and then they had some
She
kind of
he pointed her out.
right, and then of course all the ladies eventually walked out as a
Yes.
result of his comments towards her, and then they said that they were standing up for themselves,
And he had to apologize.
and he came out and he apologized
And cried.
after the fact.
Yeah.
And then also I think that there were other things even after the crowning moment where some of the queens, they were just resigning. There's like, listen, I'm giving up this title.
Because
I
there
don't want
there was some
it.
level of
I think it was
embezzlement.
Miss Ivory Coast.
Yeah, there's-
she gave up her title as well.
But there's also something that came out about Miss Mexico as well.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
and
something that
some
was there.
controversy as to why it is that she really won the crown and what was happening behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
they were
with the
basically saying because
favoritism and
because of the
relationship.
challenge, she was handed the crown.
And also a relationship or an alleged relationship with her father and the
organizer?
organizers.
What
There were
kind of
a lot
mix
of
up
things
I got?
were
That's what
being
I'm
said.
saying.
I
Nobody
know,
seem to
I feel
understand.
but I feel
And y'all
like
make it look like mix up only happening in Jamaica.
no, but you know what is interesting though? I think that they tried to protect Dr. Gabrielle Henry after the fall because they were very tight-lipped about what actually happened. They were saying, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't too bad.
I
Maybe
think they were
we'll see
downplaying
her.
it a little bit.
They were downplaying it for
I
sure.
don't know if it was downplaying.
I think it was downplaying.
She was in the
because as well-
hospital for way too long for it to be
Not
something
only-
that was just.
Yeah, but suppose
you
they're
know?
just not ready to express and to share everything. yet
No,
with the
sharing
public.
is fine, but what you found is what I understood or what I heard is that there was some questions as to whether she was even conscious for
Exactly, because
quite
she
a
had,
number
she had
of
a
days.
serious, even ABC
Yeah.
News reported that she had a serious brain injury.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
And
she was hospitalized.
And the verbiage
there was
even
also
changed.
Yeah, there was
over
also
time,
an
over time.
intracranial hemorrhage.
Where they're able to say she has said or she, because before they were telling you like a third
For and
party.
on behalf of
because
her,
then
right.
Right. So
Well,
Yeah.
you know what persons were also saying that they were not pleased at the fact that she fell literally in the semis, the preliminary show, and when it was time for the main show, they made no mention of her whatsoever. They did not acknowledge Jamaica any at all. They did not say, hey, even if they don't want to highlight the injury and the drop and that kind of thing, they just jumped over us.
And maybe
like
that's what they
we
were
just
trying to
never
protect. They were trying to
existed.
protect their own reputation because already they would have had a lot of controversy around the whole, occasion already. So maybe
Yeah.
adding that as an additional thing. Hey guys, a queen actually fell to the stage.
You know what it
on
irked
top of
me?
everything that went on.
Dark truth. You know what it irked me? When they make it look like, say, a fear or fault makes you drop.
Yes.
Yeah.
When that,
Yes.
that verbiage, listen,
Yeah.
that upset the living daylight out of me.
Yeah.
Because you're going to make it look like, oh, she never did pay attention. She never
Right.
did look. That, like, okay, oh, she alone drop. Yeah, probably she's the first to drop because she was the one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they made it look as though, I guess because for insurance purposes, they have to try to cover their butts. But that was what upset me too. Because
Yeah.
she fell off your stage. She was injured. Yes, you are taking care of her expenses and taking care of her whole family and doing what it is that you're supposed to do in a situation like that.
Mm-hmm.
But don't make it look like, no, the onus is not on us because persons were saying that you never do a proper walkthrough, that your lighting was bad, all that stuff. No, you're turning it around on the victim.
And it's interesting that you mentioned that because a lot of the girls came out and said they expressed these concerns to the organization before they walked. They said, listen, we don't feel safe with the stage. We're not 100% happy with the lighting. We can't really see properly. Like they expressed a lot of these things to them and they just
Yeah.
ignored it.
Exactly.
Well, the good thing is that she's home. And when she
Yes.
came through the airport, she looked pretty happy.
Okay, so she's well and everything.
Yeah. Well, it looked like she was still
100%,
recuperating.
you know.
But
Yeah,
I'm
she's
hoping that, they
recovering.
settle things.
Because-
settle things. Well, okay? Yeah.
Listen,
She is.
She got a good. I'm gonna be honest. That was a good drop. That was a proper drop. I mean,
Well.
if you find like Chris Brown, not Chris Brown, sorry, Christopher Martin,
Yes.
fell off the stage and still a pain.
Yeah.
From one
So
fall
me
to
know
another.
she not
But
100%
they
after
had
that
to
drop
take
there.
her off in a stretcher. They had to lift her up in a stretcher.
that is a proper drop. That is a real
Yeah, it
drop.
really
And
was-
remember,
was a big
she's
drop.
in 6
Yeah.
inch heels. That
Oh
makes
my
it even
God.
worse. You know,
John,
and
if
then
you
the
ever
height
fell
of
in
the
heels before, my
stage.
darling, trust me,
Listen,
you want to stay down.
I fell off 2 steps in slippers and broke my ankle. So listen.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
get
in
it,
2017.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's a
God.
good job she gets. So
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
may take a little while before she's 100. You
And I
know what
hope
mean?
Chris is also okay.
Yeah, man, he's good. It's just a
Yeah,
little
okay.
muscle pain now for Chris.
Yeah.
Big up, Chris. You had a 2025 too, right?
Exactly. You know what? The funniest thing as well is that it's after Melissa a lot of these news stories are coming out of, our Jamaican people who are overseas representing us having these moments and falling. We're like, Lord,
We
somebody
can't
do
forget
it
the match
something.
either. We never get
And the
through
match,
World Cup,
oh
so
my God, man.
just one thing after the other.
It's like that's how we need to wash off, man.
But big up the bobsled team because
Yes.
we got
Yes,
gold.
yes,
Saved
yes,
us.
yes.
They saved us. They did. They did.
Yes,
They did.
thank
They
God.
did.
Thank God.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
What's next?
Of course, the clash of the year.
Lord.
Tommy Lee Sparta and Massacre.
Don't do that.
me,
What are you
Janice?
doing here?
You know, I leave in. Excuse me, please. Let me move here.
Can't
'cause
believe.
They have reignited clash culture in Jamaica. It was a fun clash until it ended, of course.
You didn't itch, scratch?
Yes, that is what ended it.
Natch?
When Sean Storm took the clash and
I
ran
love
with it.
it. I just
Yeah.
love it.
Everybody else say Sean really win
No,
the
Sean
clash.
won the clash.
But before Sean came out with Itch Scratch, you know what I mean?
That's the name of the song, though, Itch Scratch?
It was actually called Holster.
No, I
but
think
there's
it
a
should be
part-
called
Yeah,
Itch
each
Scratch.
scratch. I work with that. I
But
work
then
with that.
people them rename it and him just run with the rename.
He needs
So
to put it up as that name as
No,
well
that's what
on
he
the
has actually
platforms.
done.
Good,
That's what
okay,
he's
good.
actually done. So it was originally called Holster. When we interviewed him here, he mentioned as well that he didn't know which song people were talking about when they're telling him that your song is trending. When he came back from London, saying your song is trending.
Yeah.
It's Scratch. Him say, "Man, I know song name It's Scratch. What I talk about?" When people play the song for him, I say, "Oh, Holster." So he's like, "Yo, don't call it It's Scratch. Run with It's Scratch." But prior to It's Scratch, be honest. Who do you believe was leading in the clash? And say why. Starting with Schoy.
To be honest with you, it's kind of difficult to tell who will lead when it comes on to a clash in these days because me used to clash step on stage.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? One artist to the next, but to me, it's like I just a bag of informing.
Okay.
Each person are informed by the other. I saw me look on it. But
lyrically-
Massacre, all right, Massacre is a lyrical genius, you know, melody-wise. So I would consider Massacre was leading in the clash.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
And I
Debbie?
agree as well. I think when it comes on to lyrics, the timing and the momentum, I think that Massacre really kind of checked those boxes as well. I think he's a really great lyricist, and in a clash, that's what you want. As well as you want something melodic that people can actually take away, which is the reason why they would appreciate Itch Scratch. Because it's not like one of us can on any day at all get up and start singing some of the songs that Massacre clash with. These songs were very direct and very, it clash
Specific.
centered.
Yeah, it's specific,
Right?
right.
Yeah. But I think really musically, I think he is definitely, he's the one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Talia?
I cannot say who won, who lead. I don't. I just listen to the songs and I'm like, all right, well, nice response. I think what we saw differently though this time around is that yes, they responded, but they did not always just respond to what was said. They
Yes.
responded to additional things and added additional things. And then they added melody to it. So I think in previous years when we've had clash songs, we don't really have a melody. It's not really like a sing-along. You know, we don't really have a chorus like that per se. But no, we saw where it was more, melodic as you mentioned. So I don't know. I'm not going to say yay nor nay to anybody who
She's being politically correct,
won the
right?
clash because
Good answer. Good answer.
Sparta, big up the Sparta family,
big up
big up the
everybody.
Crocs family.
Yeah,
Yes, right.
listen.
Big up you guys, right?
This
Big
is
up
the
everybody.
Eblaze, and we're rooting for everybody.
But
Most definitely.
Tommy Lee had really good melody
Yeah.
in a lot of his clash songs. And I think because Tommy Lee is very hardcore and he has a hardcore fan base, and of course, Tommy Lee's a part of Gaza, you're going to have that community behind you because he even saw when people believe that maybe Tommy Lee didn't respond or Massacre is leading, then the whole Gaza, like everybody started coming
Yeah,
out
yeah,
attacking. And that's
yeah.
what I didn't like either. Like this is one artist versus one artist, and then you're all coming out now to attack one person.
But was it one artist versus one artist really and truly? Because you had Massacre and then you had a lot of other persons responding to Massacre.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gang up on the youth.
So you have Massacre and then you have Tommy Lee, you have Sean Storm, then you have Skeng at one point in time.
Didn't Black Rhino also say something?
Black Rhino came out, and then I think Jashi came, but I think Jashi is would be speaking from the perspective of Massacre.
Everybody that's try a thing.
You know
Everybody
what
that's
I
try a
mean?
thing.
So and then even Devin the Doctor, I think, came out
but
and
some of them
dropped a
just
song.
sit down.
So I'm
This
just
is
like,
not
okay,
Cool Noir.
who
I think
who's versus who? You know what I mean?
Probably let us take advantage of it all. I think that's what it is. You know, a lot of people just kind of
they
take
saw
advantage
it
of the
trending
run. Exactly.
and giving attention to those artists, because even a couple of massacre stuff, even stuff that he did with like Kesnamdi, started getting views higher than expected. As everybody saw this as an opportunity. So they want to be a part, but nobody was talking to you.
Yeah.
Nobody involved you, but you just jump into
well, that's music for you, right? That's music for you. It's an open arena, and you're just going to try to take a hit, you know, and hopefully yours land. At the end of the day, it's really started by two gentlemen who had their own strengths, you know.
But to me, I felt it never really gave a proper climax for the end of the clash. Like you would be like, okay, and the
winner
award goes to
Sean Storm, itch scratch.
Exactly.
Sean hopefully can get a really good 2026.
Sean, you need a plaque, bro.
Well, he's been doing shows since the hit.
Sean, you got itch scratch plaque.
And he's been getting momentum.
And I love that story. What I love about Sean Storm as well, if you watch his interviews, you realize this lad has grown. He's matured mentally and in how he expresses himself. And so I think he's also enjoying the moment as well. But as he said, you know, persons were thinking that Vybz Kartel would have answered to anything at all that was launched against him. He's like, remember, say Vybz not there, so we didn't
like him have too much to lose.
Vybz Kartel is smarter than that.
Not only that, but you know what Vybz Kartel is coming out of. Maybe a clash right now is not the biggest thing on his priority list.
Not only that too, but you have to look at levels of artists. And I don't believe that to me, an elder, which this is where Kartel is now.
Did you just call Vybz Kartel an elder?
He's an elder in the art.
No, you're not.
Music.
Hold on.
He's an elder in music.
Hold on. I think we have to take a break because I have a point to add to that one. So I think we have to take a break.
I'm going to give some.
We'll soon come back, guys. We'll soon come back. We're going to take a break.
For the Lion in you guys, Eblaze, the Year in Review brought to you by Lion Pride. We'll take a break. We'll come back right here on the 95. Stay tuned. Review, of course, brought to you by Lion Pride for the Lion in You. The committee is here.
No, Jan. Wait, Jan, you're jumping over or you're continuing?
You said you had a point to make as it relates to Kartel being an elder in dancehall.
Why would you call Mr. Vybz Kartel
the views here expressed by Janice are not necessarily those of
if you do 2 decades, right? You are not a young goat. You are not a
elder not in a dancehall, Jan. Like
Yellow Man.
No male elder.
Beanie Man is an elder.
They're quick to say female elders, but
Sister Nancy,
they will give
Marcia Griffiths, elders in music.
More time.
But you know what is sure, Jan?
I think Sizzla is an elder in reggae as well. Once you've given 2 decades, you're not brand new. You're not a new trending artist.
But elder is just
a veteran.
Once a veteran. No, man, that's on better.
As a king of dance hall, right? Elder
Palmer. Like, Jan, really?
You make it sound like you might walk with a walking stick.
That's what I'm saying.
And the man has been holding his own, Jan.
Yes,
and jumping word, but holding his own.
But you know what? But
I'm a fan. I'm a Gazaite. I am.
But you know what, Jan?
But he give us more than 2 decades already. He is a elder.
As it relates to a response, though, because I think a lot of persons were quite concerned as to whether or not he would have responded to Massacre or, you know, if he was even thinking about it. I mean, the man just served 13 years in prison. There is nothing I think anybody can do for him to get to a level where he's going to start or to even prolong any kind of quote unquote argument or clash with anybody. He's just, I don't think he's there mentally to want to even clash with anybody, to even respond in that kind of way. The man just wants to live life in Dubai, right? Or UK or Europe or anywhere, living his best life, eating some caviar and cock up and you get what I mean? Like, you know?
I think he might have too much to lose.
Not only losing, but the fact is that he's built a lot since, right? And he's also still building, right? And
I want no time to be clashing with nobody.
A lot of us wanted, as I said, Black Cartel.
Yeah.
You know?
But I do believe that even though we don't want it to get to a level of violence, I think clashing is a part of our culture. And I think it actually is good for dancehall when artists can lyrically clash each other.
It should be the only way we clash, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Does it always happen?
No, but that's what we're endorsing and that's what we're pushing. That, okay, fine, let it be interesting, let it be exciting, and let's just keep it lyrical. Because I think it's a good opportunity as well for us to get out of the ABCs, even though Itch and Scratch works. We also want to see artists utilize language, right? And just, give us something to think about. Be like, oh, hold on, what did you say a while ago? Rewind and make we hear what did he just say that a while ago?
But I think the difference with now clashing versus before in the 90s, probably Beanie and Bounty, were more anthems. You know what I mean? We could have gone into the dancehall space and remember the songs. And even the clash between Cartel and Movado. There was a lot of anthems back then as well.
You know why?
But now,
because
you can't remember nothing. Just Itch and Scratch.
This is it. One of the things I found too, you're comparing old clashes to new clashes, is that older clash songs were, even though they're directed at you, they are very general too.
Yeah.
So that can be just a general war song versus it being me, I talk about you, Mavado, and this is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Or even Bounty Beanie, Mavado, Cartel. The songs could be very generic too. But when you listen to the clash now, you know specifically that he's talking about this man. Like, you know what I mean?
It's not make it really fun sometimes.
Exactly.
It become a mix-up thing.
But
And that's what happened with even Steph London and Jada Kingdom. They did good songs, but they were so specific that they won't trend after that. Like me, I talk about any general girl me could play the song. Because this is obviously for Steffi.
It has to be entertaining.
Okay.
Yeah. That's one of the differences I found too.
And you see that coming out when you have when you go to a party and you have the DJs then pulling on the clash song from each artist within that particular year, and the crowd is just reeling through.
Man.
And another thing, when it comes down to clash, the riddim. Back then, both artists were on the same rhythm. So when you're there in the dancehall space, it was easy for the DJ to transition.
That's evenly keeled too, because if you have one rhythm and you're on it, then I can easily say who win because it was on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who win the beat.
So Talia come with a slow melody and then Masika come with something fast.
Yeah.
So you don't know, what merit to judge on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of challenging.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Next in entertainment for 2025, of course, that was the latter part of the year, but we saw the entertainment community really standing up and coming together for Hurricane Melissa and the relief worldwide. Even entertainment persons from like Tyrese and
most definitely.
you know what I mean, globally, everyone, and I know that the initiatives are still going on because we're not out of the hot water just yet. We're still rebuilding, we're still trying to get back to where we were, and that's going to take us many months throughout 2026. But of course the artists really pulled together.
True.
Definitely.
I think one of the first persons we saw going down into an affected area, even before some of our own institutions got to get down there, Shaggy.
And
Shaggy,
Sean Paul.
and then Sean Paul as well, and Sean Paul has been consistently down there. He highlighted the folks at Border, helped to build up back some of the vendors' spaces that they could start selling the food again and all of that. And sometimes you see him at Food for the Poor, they're packing up things same way. And big up to both of them as well, because international they've been a part of events to raise funds for the ongoing efforts. So
yeah, man, we saw Spice as well with her foundation,
yes,
his foundation,
Queen,
Alkaline, his foundation as well. I mean, we're just trying to name a few persons, but a lot of
we can't
people
stand the
and
names.
DJs and everybody.
Yeah,
you
man,
know?
they really put hands on hearts
even
together.
Buju, even though we can't find him fridge and him stove, but you understand what I mean?
Yes, so some Starling depon when them not supposed to depon. That was one of the things that was
But Shia talk like you know about Bush and Fish.
No, me just say. Me just say we couldn't find him stove.
Anybody here?
Do you know where the truck is?
I'm serious.
Shy.
No. Have we located those
Darling,
Are you going to ever locate those
I
items?
just want to know. Because I mean, we want to make sure that Butcher get back him things them. You know?
Yes.
Or they go where they
Or
were supposed to go.
right? For the right donations. I don't
Exactly.
know. There's back and forth as to what
Were
really
they ever there?
transpired.
Yes.
We don't know.
Were they ever there? All this and more tonight at 7 p.m.
But of course, we do expect that the artists, entertainment community, all officials, they're going to continue for 2026.
Yeah.
Continue doing as much as you absolutely can. But definitely, they stepped up. Shensia
Yes.
as well.
man.
She went hard, especially because she's from St. Elizabeth
she
too.
is. She is.
So it's even closer to the heart. You know, you had even Kemar McGregor, a producer, was here multiple times helping out. So
And you have so many persons
we the
who
best foundation.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have so many
DJ
persons who
Khaled.
maybe were not able to physically be there,
Yeah,
but
but
they've done
still
their
contributed.
coordinations
Yes.
and they've, aligned themselves with other agencies that have been doing the work. And Jan, we have to mention this, the fact that, guys, maybe you get back light, maybe you get back water.
Sure, you
Maybe
have
get
lights
back
in a Port Morgan?
internet.
Okay.
But the fact is that there are still so many communities in Jamaica that are
Mm.
yet to get back light, to get back water,
Yeah.
to get back internet. And some persons still are living in shelters in 2026. And this may just be happening for a little while. Some persons before the hurricane as well were not living in the best conditions.
Exactly.
So, all of this is going to be an ongoing effort. So even though, yes, we are months past the hurricane, it came on October 28th, the fact is that
It's a
still
marathon.
help.
Yeah.
Still help, whatever the efforts are, still help. I know we have RG Cares here
Yes.
at RG Arena Communications Group.
That
We
did
have
quite a
been
lot
going down
too,
there.
yes.
Yes. So whatever it is that you can actually do, still do it. Still do it, man.
And big up all the concerts, all the organizers that raised funds doing actual live events, whether we are raising 50,000 US or 500,000 US, because that's a variety between the different concerts across the world,
Yeah.
how much they've raised. What we want to ensure is that those funds are used properly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So a lot of
Alright.
bad came out of it, but also a lot of good. Cause trust me, enough people get care package. Maybe the people are pop barrel. Like one of my friends them come and say, our third barrel should have right now, senti.
Oh, she's sending things?
No, she get things, care package. The
And
people them are
she's-
sending
and
this.
she's in-
No, them are get
3
fat.
barrels of
Me I tell us the people
care
that get
packages?
fat. Don't a senti right now. Me not ask.
What?
you.
Well,
Yeah, man. Care.
the views
Me a-
expressed here.
No,
on-
I'm serious. No. So a lot
I
of
don't
bad
know
come
how
out
many
of it.
disclaimers we're going
A lot of bad come out of it, but a lot of good as
I
well.
think what
people,
Joy is
people are
saying-
showing support.
Because a lot of I think even they covered I think they did an interview and the man was saying, listen, this is the best thing that happened to us here because
ER did an
a lot
interview.
of a lot of persons were suffering before and right now
The man said he
people
never
get
gets
fat, man.
He never
Better
gets
let them
food, glue
But-
full of
but-
things.
But,
Yeah.
but that also concerns me as well, because I don't think the purpose of this initiative was to go in and help persons that were destitute from before. It's really to restore.
But how do you differentiate that?
Yeah.
How do you,
So you
in a moment of
No,
crisis,
it's-
nobody can say,
exactly.
guys, I was living
Yeah,
well
you can't pick
before,
and choose
and
it.
right now.
I was squatting on this land and I had a zinc
Yeah,
roof,
yeah.
and it blew away, so now build me a container house.
Yeah.
You have to be
Yeah.
very careful in
think-
terms of how.
I think one of my biggest concerns as well, and I'm a little disappointed, and I guess, again, we're doing the very best that we can because we've never experienced a Category 5 hurricane. We've gone Category 4, Category 3, but we've never gone to Category 5.
Remember,
right?
though, also that Melissa wasn't just a Category 5. It was a Category 5 because that's the highest category we have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was even over the mark, right? All right. But for some Jamaicans now, for them to now be advised that it's just now you're able to put in valid information to say, I got X and Y level of damage and can I get some money now?
Yeah.
Right? At this stage. But this is months in, Jan.
Exactly. So literally, you've been displaced, for months, and it's still going on.
Yeah.
There are still some communities that have not even been passable. Like at the end of the year, there's some places that people haven't even been able to go to.
Yeah.
To know if there are persons there that still need help. So
And for the past couple of days as well, we've been experiencing a lot of rain. Like when I see the videos online in St. Thomas with that cow going down the river, and I'm like, Lord,
Nobody
Moo
can
gone
cross
down
it.
the road. Boy.
Moo gone
Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah, like me, I said the cow just gone down, man. St. Thomas Pond is just like, wow.
But we definitely have to applaud the government and the entertainers as well for
Yeah,
the
man.
effort
man.
and
The work
everything with
that
them
they've
put in, you know?
done.
Yeah.
Next up, we did touch on it a little bit with Cartel, but the Reggae Grammys.
The Grammys.
It's been about 3 years since it's been an all Jamaican cast
Right?
for the Reggae
A good
Grammys.
look.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
very
long
good look.
time.
So we appreciate that. Projects were pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the projects were pretty awesome. Specifically for like I'm proud of like a Mortimer.
Oh, can we talk
Yeah,
about
man.
it? Clock it. Clock it,
my
Morty.
gosh.
Jeez,
So yeah, man. And I think what you find when you see artists that have been, nominated for the Reggae Grammys, I think you should take an effort to go and listen to the project, like in its entirety. These projects are projects that you can literally listen to a whole album without getting bored. And that is what makes an album worth it.
No skippable track. That's what it is, and big up to Kez Namdi as well, because Kez was a little silent for a little bit, and then here he comes with a very solid project, and he's been based internationally for a while now.
And
he has that, unique look, unique sound that represents reggae and what the world sees as reggae. So I know he's a top contender
And
for that
the
one.
queen of the pack, Lila Ike.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think she's really come a far way.
Oh,
and
yes,
we are
man.
so proud of her as well. Her project is exceptional as well. So
I feel like Lila go
yeah.
win.
feel like
Lila
that's
go win,
your
that's your
choice?
choice?
Okay,
I
wow.
would. I don't know. I want Kes Namdi to win, but I love all the projects. I don't know if I believe that Vibes Cartel is going to be a contender based on how the Grammy committee is set up and what the expectations of a reggae sound.
Oh,
And
Jan,
they've always
them a
said,
say you fight the youths now. You can't
no
do
man,
that.
they've no, I
Remember
mean,
that she called him
I
my
mean-
elder.
Ella, okay. Scratch
and
that.
I mean, but elders for win the Grammy. Elders.
I'll find the elder now, Jen.
What they require is like 75% of the project has to be what they discuss as authentic reggae.
But Jan, then
And
that,
that's a
we would have to then talk about the project of Coffee,
Coffee,
you
yeah.
know, and that was not that amount in reggae. You know,
Well,
it was a very unique sound.
Yeah.
But that was not the amount in for Coffee. But the fact is that as well, it's how the Grammys are set up. This is what we know. It's not based on just public consumption. It is to the votes of the
Voting.
members
Yes,
of
yes.
the Grammy. And so it's a campaigning thing as much as it is an election, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About
But you have
persons.
to campaign directly to the persons who are voting.
Yes, but the good thing is that as well, Cartel has been overseas now for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Cartel has many people there talking on his behalf, including Spice, who put it up and say, "Oh, this is my, king, vote for him."
But then, stick up in
yeah.
as it relates to popularity,
Yes.
right? Who right here is more popular than Vibes
Well,
Cartel?
see there?
True,
So
true.
it could be
You
a
get what I'm
popularity
saying?
contest
It
that,
could be
that
a popularity
overshadows.
Because
contest.
again, half of the, let's be real here, for these members, when you're a Grammy member and you get this list of, persons to vote for, not many members actually spend the time to sit down and go through each
And
album.
listen to every project. Yeah.
And listen
They
to
look
every
and say, "But I
project.
know
They
this
just going to say,
name."
I know this name.
Yeah.
Let me put my X beside the name.
But what about Jesse Royal? Because this is not Jesse's first
Listen,
rodeo.
nomination,
exactly,
you know
what I'm
second
saying?
time.
Right. So because of that, they would have been familiar with him from before.
You would hope.
Well, we would hope, right? It's not like it's not his first time around. So maybe
Yeah.
that would possibly
I think it's hard
give him
to
an
determine
edge
Yeah.
too.
who.
Can I
Right?
also say as well, maybe even the trending moments online would have also assisted in sensitizing the voting audience, the
Yes.
voting population,
Yes.
because a lot of these trending moments with short videos and all of these things are soundtracks to particular videos that have gone viral. It has definitely helped.
But regardless, though, I think it's a win for Jamaica in general.
Regardless.
Yeah.
To see just reggae acts or Jamaican acts on the, Grammy stage.
We need to talk to a Grammy winner. I want to understand, after you've won a Grammy, and big up to the Grammys, it's the longest running, one of the longest running music award, right? Do you get to, increase your price as an artist
Yes.
afterwards?
Last year's price
Yes,
is not
you
this
do.
year's price.
That's what I'm thinking too,
Because
right?
listen, if Sean Storm never won a Grammy and film price gone up this year, come on.
Who?
Sean Storm.
Oh, you come on with itch and scratch. Come on,
Exactly.
Jan.
That's a Grammy song right there.
Under which
No, he's
category?
pri-
Best new dancehall?
Best social media trend. They should have a category
you
for
can
that.
never know. You can never know.
Absolutely. So I want everyone to win, but it can only go to one
Yeah.
person a year. So I don't know. I don't know, because every time I look at
You know what? The good thing is everybody can add Grammy nominated to their name
There
right
you
now.
go.
Right? So that's a win
Yeah,
for
yeah,
everybody.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
start right there.
and that
all right?
actually opens doors for artists
Definitely
as well.
does,
You know what I mean?
definitely
So,
does. But who is
yeah.
gonna win it?
We'll find out.
Listen,
Sure,
me
say-
not even have to be nominated. If me write a song for one of them artists, me
Yeah.
I put Grammy on my name. A win is a win.
a lot of
Win is
producers
a-
Or if
actually
me
have
cough
done
on a
that.
track, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But even if you've collaborated on a track on a project that is nominated,
Yeah.
then you buy extensions.
Right.
I think there's a percentage, though. I don't remember the exact amount that says that if you've contributed X amount to the project, then you are associated with the win. To
Yeah,
say that
your
you are
association, right.
Grammy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Listen, me win once me have something to do with it.
Yeah.
Me not listen up, nobody tell me nothing.
It's not only songwriters and producers, you're talking musicians as well,
Engineers,
engineers
yeah.
and so forth.
Grammy
So
nominated
your
Entourage
Grammy,
member?
Yeah, I tell you.
Yeah, or
In the
yeah,
studio
Grammy
somewhere.
winning. Yeah.
all
It's
right.
a good look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
laid to rest, guys.
yeah.
There are quite a number of persons in the entertainment community, artists that passed in 2025 as well.
Yeah.
So you have, of course, Many Rivers to Cross was one of the
Mr.
most
Jimmy
prominent ones,
Cliff.
Mr. Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah.
The last part of the year.
Yeah.
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 Broadcaster Barry G, the
Yeah.
Boogeyman, Determined, Danny English, Cockatee as well. Like there's been a whole lot. I mean, we here even at the RJR group, we lost
had
our
our fair
CEO
share.
as well, and we've lost quite a number of personalities. There's broadcaster as well, Oliver. Yes. So, that's a sad part. I mean, Melissa was sad too, but losing people, especially who've contributed
A lot of
to
greats.
Yeah.
so, and yes, you're going to pay attention once they've passed to everybody's playing their music, or everybody's paying attention to that and stuff like that. But they've made an impact.
They have,
Yeah.
And I think it's a unique moment as well now, especially for the reggae artists, for their estates to get themselves in order, because not because the person is no longer here with us means that their music as well should die. It's a good time to structure yourself properly, that you're able to license some of the music, and that the inheritance of all the hard work and everything that they would have done while they're here and alive can be passed on to the generations. They can
We don't think we
study the
should have
Bob
known that
Marley
already
group
though.
of companies.
Exactly.
Yeah, take a page out of the Marley book.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a very odd time. And I know with funerals and passings, all kind of sentiments will carry a lot of different, family members have all kind of strife and riff and all of these things. But the best thing you can do is to get certain things together, for the benefit of the long term, because this could actually be your family's legacy for a while.
As you said that too, one of the things that we have to commend the government for is to putting insurance in place for
The artists.
entertainment community as well.
Yeah.
And that was done last year
Yeah,
too,
it was.
2025. Because at the end of the day, you have artists that have been pouring themselves into music and the industry. And really at the end, when they have passed, is when you're finding that there's no money to even bury them.
Yeah, and not only when they've passed, but when they've gotten older or they've managed to get sick, unfortunately, you realize that they've had to, launch a lot of these GoFundMe accounts and have to be relying on other persons in the industry for help and some kind of assistance just to help them to get by. So yeah, that is really something that's commendable
because
as well
as
from the government.
artists and musicians, sometimes we don't structure the business properly.
The business
So,
part of the music,
artists do it for the love of the music and stuff like that. So the managers are people who control the paperwork, not do them well sometimes over the years. And that's from what? The 70s to now. So that's the sad part.
What
of
you
the
find
industries.
is, as a music, we are focused a lot on performing to earn as an artist,
Yeah.
and not necessarily. Well, maybe in the
business.
last 10 years, you're looking at more streaming opportunities too. But sometimes it's like, oh, you get a song, you don't even know, you don't even have something signed to say you own any part of the song. But to you, it's a hit song, and that gives you the opportunity to now charge and go on the road. And when you're not able to perform as much, or you're not getting that many bookings anymore, what happens then?
Yeah.
If you haven't invested in other things, hey, Dr. Dre not have to do no more music. Beats alone.
true.
Rihanna and her Fenty, she
Adding products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50
You
Cent
have to
do
look at
documentary.
franchise.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I say.
Oh, he...
50
Ain't no stopping 50.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Ain't no
saying, like-
stopping 50. He has another one coming up. But I mean, as well, you know what, Jan, especially locally, we find that some of our artists, they don't want to read the stuff. Like they're going to say, oh, we hire people. And so I am putting it in your hands with hopes that you've actually served me well. Don't have a real estate lawyer reading your musical contract, because the language is different. And even though, yes, there are lawyers there, you have to find somebody who understands the business, that when it talks about
Talia.
you understand? In perpetuity and all of those, different
Yeah.
terminologies. What that mean in perpetuity? It means forever and ever and ever,
There you go.
And so you have to have somebody who knows the kind of musical language.
Somebody who you can trust.
Yeah, man, somebody who
hopefully.
you can trust as well, because
And
that's
not easy.
important. Yeah. And as you mentioned about productizing your brand, don't just sit at, I'm just a musical artist. No, look for the things that you are interested with in as well. Start some farming products. If you understand, like there's a
Something.
whole heap of things out
Invest
there.
in something.
Merchandise when you
Yeah.
tour, print some shirts, print some caps, get a little 1/10 and put them under there and sell it. So take advantage of this moment and this attention.
There's more to life than just the performance
Yeah.
or just going on the stage and singing the song, getting the hype from the crowd, and then you go home and then what else?
That's the nice part though of that. But
Yeah,
I
but then
understand.
after you calm down, what else?
True.
Exactly. This is work. This is a business. This is your pension.
That's you.
So make sure you
There we
sort
go.
it out.
And you don't want Jan to call an elder with nothing in the pocket.
Exactly.
With
Yeah,
no
yeah.
elder money. Also, in 2025, which was a little bit controversial too, he didn't make it to being getting a Grammy nod for a nomination, but Chronix was back on the
He's back.
scene.
I don't think he wanted.
I don't think he wanted that.
Yeah,
Darren.
don't
didn't
say that.
care
Don't-
about
don't-
it, Jan.
We're not gonna create that narrative.
No, but I mean, wasn't it was up for consideration?
No, man.
He
It
didn't
was-
release it in time. He
it was
didn't care.
before.
Oh yes,
After.
that is what.
Yeah.
Right. It was
6 we are talking about.
But
So
Chronics don't care about them stuff, you know.
I
Chronics-
know,
the
but
timing though of this album and what followed in Jamaica afterwards though.
10, yes.
Right? Listen to
Melissa, a whole heap of-
Every single video that you saw coming out of, you know, these devastated areas had a Chronic soundtrack.
it was a soundtrack for it. It was a-
Or Hurricane.
Yeah.
I mean, there are mixed feelings for some persons who had expectations as to what they assumed Chronic sound should be now. And one of the things with Chronics is him not really take
Don't take talk.
don't take no press. So he does what he wants to do, his own creativity. And that is one of the reasons I'd give it to him to say, you know what I mean? Whether me like it or not, that is what you put out.
Listen to
Because
me.
him
The
earn
man
it
wants
too.
to think about kind of
Yeah.
markets. You better
Yeah.
take it.
Him earn
okay?
it. Him earn it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and you know he's been off the scene for quite some time.
Yes.
So I feel like he was very intentional with this project, and he really
Yeah.
wanted to go in this direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the fact that he's been missing for so long, if you're coming back, you must know what you want to come back with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
Chronics is
So-
one of the only artists that is not on the scene where and you feel like something is missing. Somebody's
everybody
like,
ask,
"Where
what
Chronics there?
Chronics
Wah,
there?"
wah," you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And every
yeah.
artist can do that.
They
That's
don't see
very true.
performing, they
But
don't hear no new music,
Listen,
they're going
the
to ask
album
for it.
drop, and I don't know if I've seen an interview since the release of the album where he's
With it?
talking about
Okay,
the
and people are
album.
talking about it.
Yeah.
Well, he's talking about it. I don't see what you know. Some artists who drop the effort and then them organize interviews with the
Yeah.
evening.
Promo,
Exactly,
promo,
with the
promo,
DJ.
promo.
He has not
No.
spoken once about
No.
it because I think as well. I remember there's an interview that he did where he was saying, "I just want to do music because I love it." I just have all of this energy inside. I mean, I just want to give that. We saw him as well, though, on stage in Europe, and he did a good performance there. He
I'ma tell you
sounded
this, man.
good.
Reason with enough of the young youth, them, the artists, them, and Chronics is that, person.
He
Come
is.
like Fit and Bob Marley.
Yeah, man.
That's how they respect him. Him and the youth, you know what I mean? So him just do him want to do.
And the idea that you feel like you can drop the whole genre of reggae pan Chronics back alone and him supposed to carry it, the man not trying to repatriate. Like he ain't,
Him just
he
not
ain't
doing
trying to just, he
Yeah.
ain't trying to go back. He ain't trying to go to Zion just yet. He's young, him have a child, him clock it, right? Exactly.
But you
him
know-
young, him have a child, him have a partner, and he wants to take him time and enjoy life.
But it's interesting though that he gave us authentic reggae with this project, which
Yeah.
is different from what he
Yes.
gave us,
He has
previously.
done it all.
Which is
Him do it
weird
already.
because
And
that's
so
why
I
I
think-
said that
right.
if the Grammys want 75% authentic reggae,
This would
if
be
he was
perfect for it.
it would
That's
have been.
if he was
But
interested.
if he
in
was,
it.
yeah.
Maybe he's gonna probably submit it for next year's
Can't.
consideration.
It can't.
No,
it won't
no,
be.
you
It won't be.
can't.
It won't be eligible. still.
Based on the
Okay.
release
On
date.
the, on the
no.
release
Yeah.
date.
No.
Okay.
You think
well,
the reason why I'm doing that as well because he didn't get to win when he was
The last
nominated?
time.
I don't think. No,
Think it have nothing to do with it?
no, he's not that kind of person to carry. He's
no.
not that kind of person.
He wanted to
Well-
do the specific release date a specific way.
Yeah.
And, you
well,
know
he
what I
did it
mean?
on his birthday,
Yeah,
so
the
maybe it
10th
was just
birthday.
ideal for when his
Exactly.
birthday
Yeah.
is. You know,
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
Of course,
listen,
we
when we
talk
see
about the
man-
elders too.
But love the project though. Love the project.
I love the
Every song on
project. I love the
Listen.
project. A few elders did
Hey,
celebrate
Ellie,
some.
come out, you know. Hello,
Did
listen
celebrate
to me
some
now, man.
milestones in 2025.
Can we talk about Ellie at the airport asking him for more dumpling?
as viral moments.
Yeah.
well, we saw the return. Well, not even the return, but the return of Elephant Man.
Ellie.
Right? Return.
Pretty
Because-
little baby.
Yeah, like first, Ellie, I feel like if it's not Cartel, I feel like Elephant Man
Hey,
take
listen me now.
2025.
Yeah, man.
Nobody
Yeah,
can tell me nothing. You see, Elephant Man,
Good no
2025
man.
was yours.
Shizzle.
And we have to say
Ellie,
congratulations
that's
to
the
Come with us. And hi, hello. Right. So,
Touch, yeah.
right. So, yeah, Ellie was just like that song though.
Yeah.
Because they were all there, thinking, oh, it's a nice little remake of this, harmless track. And rest in peace, the lady who sang it because she came out, she passed away, and then here comes Elephant Man singing this song, right?
Very strategic.
So, right,
Anyways.
and then after him get into the song after the Pretty Little Baby, and you hear him sing this very explicit.
Look here.
Listen.
Elephant
Right?
Man said, look here. We're not new to this. I am the
Listen.
remix
True to
king.
this.
We're
Yes,
true to
man.
this. We're not new to
Ellie,
this.
that you know.
Okay?
Hey, when Ellie hold your song, you not get it back. No, me I make you know. Him
I
and
am
Ghost.
a-
And
what-
Oh,
what-
like, I'm gonna tell you,
we got-
Jan, oh,
Oh, hold on, guys. I think we gotta go to a break, though. Yeah, I think
gotta go
it's
to a break?
time for
Oh,
a break.
okay.
Just a quick break.
All right, guys, we're right here. Eblaze
Janice,
here.
are
in
you laughing
review.
till you cry?
I am. Listen.
Are you
I'm
crying,
serious,
Jan?
Yes.
We soon come back, guys. We soon come back. We need to give her a tissue or something. Like,
We'll be right back. Eblaze Year in Review. Year in Review brought to you by our partners at Lion Pride for the Lion in You.
boy, it must be the biggest song for 2025.
Don't test, Mr. Don't test. Don't test. What you say? Don't test.
Hey,
Pitch patch. Of
All
course,
right,
we
where
have
are
to
we?
say Sizzla Kalonji as well. Celebrated 30 years in music.
Yes, and he had a great
Oh
concert.
my
Yes.
God.
he did.
Sizzla is definitely an elder in reggae, right? We can say that.
We
He's
can
an
say
elder?
Why you
Veteran,
want
is
to
that-
just
We
put
can say
people in these-
legendary. We can say legend.
Veteran.
Veteran.
What do you mean? Say elder?
Godfather.
You know, if you make it sound like old people, I don't name elder.
Ella,
I
sound
mean,
like he come with a stick.
Let's ask Siri.
All right, all right.
What's the definition of elder?
Big up Uncle Sizzla then. Oh, that's so.
Okay.
Yeah, we can have our
Jan?
father. We
Did
can
Siri
work with
answer you?
Yes, adjective. Of one or more out of a group of associated people of a greater age. My elder daughter, the elder
No,
of two
no, no.
sons.
Not in Jamaican lingua. You got
Okay.
Siri. You have to go Jamaican dialect. When you
Yeah.
say
Elder
elder,
meaning a big
mean
man.
different. You know what I mean?
Elder meaning a big
You
man.
are the
big
older
man.
of the bunch. That's what you're trying to say, Janice.
You're running the crowd. You are there, the top of your field. You're an elder in the thing. You're a
there
veteran.
is a level of respect
Same
to it.
thing.
Yeah.
But big
Good
up,
as
but big
well.
up Sizzla.
Yeah,
Big up
yeah.
that.
But not when you're still producing. Yeah.
Yeah, Idonia also celebrated. I think it was 20 years as
milestone
well.
year,
Yeah. Idonia did well as well, and he went on tour in the UK.
Yes.
So you know that he
Yeah,
did
and
well.
can
And
I
he
t-
dropped
can I
some
tell
good
you?
songs in
I was about to say
2025.
that.
Yes.
You know, Donia, I'm very happy that he's pushing out some more, and people love him. Like
Yeah.
they love him. He's a strong performer. He sounds like he does on the records.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
man
yeah, yeah.
managing breath well when he's on stage,
Listen.
and his fan base is growing internationally.
Yeah.
He had all the girls woeing on TikTok. Okay, like they were like, I'm a Idonia holic. I'm a warrior holic because
Yeah.
of Idonia. Okay, the girls were going in.
You know, the guys, dancehall artists, the girls like when you do music for them, okay? We like it. We enjoy it.
Warrior
Alright?
Holic is that thing?
A warrior holic.
A
Yes.
party
Like that one
now.
Yeah,
It's on
Warriorholic.
You
TikTok.
have a Ray Holic too?
I did not know this.
What about a Ray Holic? Is it Warrior and Ray? Or?
No, it's just a warrior holic because of his song.
Yeah.
Right.
You can add Ray too. What's wrong with Ray?
Well, him song does say Ray, but
says
he
say
gets
whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
it's a wooing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah. Okay.
Pita pat, man.
And,
Pita pat.
Hello.
Bounty.
Fly out.
Get
General.
back in visa.
Yeah.
We like that the artists are able,
Course.
because I know sometimes it's a challenge as it relates to promoting your content and not being able to go to the United
And
States.
earn, Jan, earn.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That is an opportunity. Like you, where you find is like you can go every single state. You can back up. You can earn a lot when you
Oh,
have
yes.
access to United States.
Because the
you know what I
truth
mean?
is, Jan, we don't have that many stages here in Jamaica. We don't have that many shows. Who's gonna pay Bounty Killer for the kind of time he's been in music and for the hits he's provided?
Yeah, for his catalog.
Yeah, man, exactly. So for him to be able to access an international stage where you have diaspora people, some of persons who would have never seen him in person ever in their
Yeah.
lives,
Yeah, yeah.
but would have grown up in a household with their mother play bounty and all of that kind of
Yellow.
thing. Exactly. Or them father play bounty killer. So to be able to see him there, and I saw him as well at the concert that he
He
was
say good
there.
morning.
He did.
Okay,
and when I
good.
tell you, so the man go back into the catalog. Like so far
Oh
back, some
my
people were like,
God.
why bounty him last door? I don't know if he did there around them time. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
probably still little or a fetus. And then he started to come back. Yeah, I was that small.
How far? You go,
I know,
No,
right?
it's true.
You go way back.
But that goes to show how far back he
Yes.
has been releasing and dropping music.
So he's an elder. Just kidding. Go on.
You know, so the key word out of this broadcast is not going to be elder.
yeah, we're not gonna do that.
I am protesting.
We're not going to do that.
I'm protesting.
But
he
Bounty
did
does
really,
have an
yeah.
amazing
Yeah, he
catalog.
does.
And what I like too is that Bounty has a level of respect in the industry too. You know what I mean? Whether it's, there's some controversy surrounding stuff. Yeah, he's clashed or whatever it is. But there's a level of respect that the artist community, in terms of the doors that he's opened for persons and continues to do as well. And sometimes, you get let through the gate, you establish yourself. But what do you do with that outside of
Yeah.
just being selfish and wanting to
Pay
make
it
money?
forward.
So because literally a lot of the greats out of dancehall have come through Bounty Killer's camp.
Yeah, in the streets, I'm sure a lot of people that say him a for them king.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
There you go. Hey,
Exactly. Because not many
Hold
of
on.
our icons, in all truth here, they've, held the gate open for somebody else, or just to reach back and say, come, let me just show you one and two thing. And even when you see Bounty Killer on stage and he calls up one of his sons on the stage with him, he's not trying to compete in the moment. Him actually, when him call them up, him give them up, and then him sing the song, we probably collaborate with them. But there is a certain level of confidence with Bounty Killer. He's not afraid to allow somebody else to come with him or come.
You think that's bad or good though?
I
You
think that's very, very good.
No, but you
Good,
think
'cause you're not
business-wise,
competing with-
no,
you're
but
not-
business-wise, you think he should have used the opportunity to sign a Movado or a Vibes Cartel or somebody like that?
When it's a
'Cause
sign though, what does that
meaning
look
like how Jay-Z them would have a label, stuff like that. Like they sign other artists, like
If maybe if Bounty, I don't know,
was interested on
was
the
interested in
management
that
level
side,
like
maybe,
that.
maybe.
No, but he recognizes talent and good music, and him know for push it to the
But
street, and that's what
then-
he's been doing.
But then the question arises again: how do you determine who is the king of the dance hall? Then,
Exactly.
right? Because, for example, other persons would say, well, other persons who you would have given this title as king of the dance hall, they have not paid it forward the way that Bounty Killer has paid it forward and paved the way for other
maybe
persons.
what needs to happen is there needs to
You
be a
know?
criteria of like 10 things that would make you a king. You have to develop that list.
Well, who
to
gets to
determine
develop that
who
list, though?
pays it
But
forward?
then-
Do you have trending material? What is your like? There has to be
Right.
like what?
Maybe
what
the
category,
cleaner,
what makes
needs
you-
to put out something, or you can vote. And
But
send it
then-
back
Vote
to
for the king of the dance hall.
But then on the flip side of it, you can say, well, as we mentioned earlier, you can have more than one king. So Bounty is a king in his
King
own
of the
right,
streets.
right? Beanie is a king in his own right. Cartel is a king in his own right,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
just
yeah,
keep
yeah.
it pushing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. But
All
I mean,
right.
big up to Bounty Killer, and I'm hoping that for next year as well, more people will want to see him come out and perform. Yeah. You know what? I think it's a good time, Jan, I'm so sorry, for Bounty and Beanie to tour together.
Yes, and I would love to see Khaled.
Yeah.
I know you may be working on this. Hint, hint. Even Cartel and Mavado touring together too.
I think it makes sense because I think the brand going together, two individuals that have them audiences, you're going to have the Bounty crowd and the Beanie crowd, and you could have a moment
sure?
with it.
You sure?
And unity.
I absolutely think it
and
would
it
work.
shows unity.
Well,
It
shows
shows
unity in the
look
dance
at
hall.
Versus, for example.
Yeah,
and
that
the
was- that
impact
was
of
the- yeah,
Versus
that was a
internationally
Versus
during
clash, yeah.
COVID, right? Everybody.
But that was in a controlled setting.
No, but I mean, still, even to this day, persons are still just talking about, just both artists on
Yeah.
display,
And
their
there-
music,
There
their
are
catalog.
promoters who can do that. So
Right,
AC
and
Milan
also-
was running the thing, overseas for Vibes Cartel. You have
Right,
all
she
of
was
this stuff.
doing
Yeah.
the stuff at the UBS Arena, but I'm just saying, in addition to that, we also saw where they were going back and forth with a bit of clashing as well, but they kept
It's
it friendly and
exciting.
nice,
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
right? So, I mean, yes, we have different elements, or we kind of have different elements to the show, so that's not a bad idea, but I'm just saying,
No, but
I
the
think
tour
you are
thing.
more worried about, both the
Yeah.
fan bases linking up.
No,
but
Beanie
can
I
I-
gonna say more Skittles and like.
No, but this is the reason why as well a good promoter who will be able to kind of set certain things in motion for it to work would work. And I remember that these guys, as Janice said it, they are elders in the industry. And so, the kind of feedback maybe in a space where you have two competing sides, you're not going to necessarily see people get too them feelings in the moment.
For example,
Them-
we
them
would
a little-
never,
them- they
we
can't
would
move as
never
fast
say
anymore
to,
either.
we would never say to a promoter right now to put a Talia massacre together on a
Not
stage.
right now. It might not be the best
exactly.
time.
In the next 10, 15 years maybe, but not right now. So I think Bounty
Exactly.
Killer, Beanie Man tour would be
Yes.
great, and also a Cartel Mavado tour would be great too.
And guess what? We've seen them on tracks together recently. And I mean, back in the day, you would have never probably seen them.
Exactly.
True.
So I think the
Exactly.
timing is different, the space is different now, and they're just in different spaces of their life and places of
Yeah.
their life. So hey, all right.
All right, let's touch on a few international
Overseas.
stories.
Oh, Lord.
This ran the whole of 2025, like literally.
Oily situation, Jan.
This is-
Oily
listen,
situation.
Listen, I think the cost of body oil and baby oil went up.
Yeah,
after
stocks.
this.
You could buy some stocks in the oil company.
Johnson and Johnson. Give me some shares. Maybe he has shares in it too.
But hey, it's a
There's
very,
so many
slippery
levels.
situation.
There's so
yeah.
many. Wow.
No, yeah.
Didn't
She gotta
really
keep
go
going,
And I think there are so many layers to this particular, not only for him individually, but just the hip hop industry in general. What came out of with the trial, the being sentenced, but also what was unraveled, what people saw, the content, and even the 50 Cent documentary that came out as well. It's like there were always rumors of what, but this made it more real, and I think that is what persons are still like just dumbfounded. And
more than real, Jan, undeniable, because when you saw that footage, in that hotel room with Cassie being dragged, there's no way at all that you can go around that. That's not a music video. That's not like a moment of play where you're playing pull. That's, you literally in aggression, abusing a woman. And so there's no more going around that. Like it's not a rumor anymore. Like that's it to the world confirming what you did. So I mean, do the crime, you have to do the time.
Yeah, even
but he wasn't even charged for that. He was, that was settled, out of court.
In less than 24 hours.
Monetary settlement.
My only thing is that the court case and her being able to go on that, platform to testify and go in very detailed explanation about all of their encounters for me was a little bit too much, even for her, but maybe she wanted to. Maybe she wanted to talk about it. She's been holding up for so long.
Express herself, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I just thought it was a lot, man.
I don't think...
Even if we don't know if he did it or not, it was just a good documentary, I think.
If he did what? There's a lot of things.
Did it. It was just a good documentary to watch. You don't think so? It was well put together.
Yeah. So it opens up a lot of can of worms to us to what he's involved in, whether this particular, crime or that crime, or there's still a lot of stuff that was also missing, because even like one particular relationship that was very loud in music with him and Jennifer Lopez, there was no mention of that. You know what I mean? So we know that there's more to the story.
He got convicted of the Mann Act, which is, moving people across state lines, right?
Because that's the only thing you probably could charge him for.
Right.
Because you can't charge him for immorality. You can't charge him for being a freak.
As an adult, no. Like,
you know what I mean?
No, you can't.
You can't. No.
Only for people that they're in jail.
You can't charge for baby oil, nothing you can't.
No.
Have you seen these rock and roll artists?
Oh, they have a point. That's true.
They cannot be charged.
No, but there was a different time though.
Please, they're still rocking and rolling.
Yes.
All right? Okay.
There you go. So if you could charge people for, you know what I mean? But what can you actually charge him for? That's what, you know what I mean? And I think maybe, 50 months that he was sentenced to? Just bill. Because you're fighting so hard to just 4 years.
It's such a really sticky situation. 50 months, 50 Cent doing this documentary. It's just, a lot of 50s there.
No, the one thing though you learned in 2025 though is 50 Cent knows how to hold a grudge.
Oh, he does. And trust me, he don't get over things, okay? All right.
And guess what?
I don't want him as an enemy.
He's going to gather that evidence.
So I saw him put out a little meme a couple of days ago after they got Maduro. And he had P. Diddy braiding his hair in the cell and saying,
God.
They got my oil too.
Yeah.
And I was like, 50 Cent.
No, them go hard with it, like, even like you saw a lot of AI stuff with him in jail and him blinking up with and bigging up and you're like, wow, like, so he's never going to, it's going to be a meme for at least the rest of 2026.
Yeah.
He's going to be memed, even behind bars.
Yeah, but Puffy, P. Diddy, a lot of people look up the Bad Boy records over the years, so it was surprising for, people to watch that unfold.
Yeah,
disappointing. That's for sure.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
But if you are in tune to how the market and how the industry works, you understand that there's a lot of this that is actually going on, and it may be different because there was a whole lot more that relates to male artists and what he's doing, or whether he's doing whatever, and drugging people or whatever it is. But even in the industry, whether it's international or even local, there's a whole lot of females that go through this kind of, abuse.
Yeah, but those stories
for you to get to a level, there's something that you
for you to get access.
And they may look at it as whether it's Illuminati or you're selling your soul or what you do to make it big or to be that it factor.
Or
we've heard those stories over the years, but we don't really see. You know what I mean? When it's in a documentary, it's a different
Exactly. So this is like what made it more real. But you heard, this has been going on for decades.
Yeah, you always hear, as a rite of passage, really, when you're a female into the industry, you have to be able to, do all kind of things with all kind of people, producers, artists, all kind of people.
And if you want to get that,
and if you want to get it,
You have to.
which
you have
is
to
very
play ball.
unfortunate. Locally, though, we've had a lot of females who would have come out online to say it, but none to go the legal way to hold these people accountable.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Especially when you're looking at branching out internationally, there's a whole lot of our females that have just gone to the point where they're like, you know, I don't even want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's sad, but that is how humans are. So
That's how the business is.
exactly.
In more than just music business, we should add.
Sure, yeah.
Riri,
Ew.
Fenty coming to
Yeah.
Jamaica was in
Yes.
2025. Big up Fontana
Yeah.
as well because a lot of persons use the product. Talia, they
Yes,
Yes, I have some
Yeah.
shades. I do.
Look at
I do
that.
have some glass bottles. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm proud of her because
Yeah.
she's not only been an awesome artist and understand the business, but in terms of just franchising herself as well. So literally, you're at a level now where you can pick and choose which show you want to do. You don't have to go on tour. You can be the family and the mom and the wife that you want to
We
be.
get no music. You talk about tour and
Yeah,
show.
you
We
get
can't-
look how long when I get the music.
Homegirl is not even looking at that.
Yeah.
She's just like, listen,
listen.
I'm over y'all.
Yeah,
okay?
I was
Family
I'm
mode
rich
right
and
now,
happy,
man. She's
okay?
family mode 100%.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed by, you know, she popping out babies with a rapper still. I feel like she should have choose a Jamaican. I don't know.
Should I?
Yeah, cause we accept her as Jamaican, right?
Sure.
I feel like it's a Jamaican she should have deal with.
No, hold
Sure,
on.
you have a crush on
We
Rihanna?
don't know the better way. We don't know him, the rapper
I
you
want to
would.
really dive down into
He's a
this.
yard man she should have
I
deal
am
with.
sure you have some nominees. And the nominees...
For
No, me
Rihanna.
not- me just say.
Your hand would
Rihanna's
be...
He's a
baby
yard
father.
man. She
Yeah,
should have
like
she should have
who-
pop out the
who are
baby
the
with them.
potential
Joy,
people?
No, me not
You
have
are
the
interested?
name. Me not have the name. Me just say. We don't know that rapper there.
No.
Not understand. That's the
You
only thing.
realize so when
How we
the-
accept her as Jamaican, you
The
know.
realize a billionaire.
That no matter. What you mean?
Okay?
What that have to do with
Okay,
nothing?
just saying.
Sure.
Wow.
You okay over
But big
there?
up Riri.
No, Beyonce also had a good 2025, even though the album was released in 2024.
Yeah.
She brought her fans over to the cowboy era
she
and
did.
to,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
listen
Cowboy
to
Carter
this,
tour.
the tour, and just basically making a presence and in that particular country music.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
she got her album of the year, and
Yes.
also she joined the Billionaire Club, closing out 2025 in fine style. So she really had a fabulous year, and not to mention she had a very, very successful Cowboy Carter tour as well. So
Yeah.
you know, she really had a good
Yeah,
year.
at this point, I feel like she can sneeze on a track and you're sold out. Like, no, seriously, like anything we should do, she can announce that she have an album the next day. And
The
she one of them
Beehive.
artists that with
The
us different.
Beehive
I
was
feel
gonna
like he may
follow.
be giving Shauna an idea for his next track to sneeze.
Sneeze.
Wow.
I don't know, something can go on. But trust
Sean,
me.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But she won best country album, so big up to her, man.
And people are saying, why country album? We have to remember, say, a country she come from, too, you know. Is a country girl.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
true. That's
She from
true.
Texas.
But what you found interesting is that there are a lot of persons who are hip hop and R&B fans that are fans of Beyonce that she literally introduced them to another genre that they
Yeah.
wouldn't have
And
been
that's a genre
into.
with a normal, the money over
There
this
you
and
go.
the reach.
Yeah, and you know what too? Because of Beyonce, they changed the criteria for the album of the year category and the country album of the year. I think that they switched up some criteria because I don't know why
she had to be nominated,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So they switched up some kind of criteria to ensure that
Just
you know,
for
there was
Beyonce.
good
yeah,
lines
yeah.
there.
But I'm proud of her because she's also on the Met Gala board, I believe, as well. So, you know, I'm loving the fact that she also had a very good hair care line
Yes,
as well.
yes, she dropped
Sacred.
that. She dropped
Yeah.
that.
Very,
She
very
dropped
good
that
hair care.
line too.
Also, when she put out that video and was showing people her hair, people couldn't believe. People thought it was a wig. She literally had to open her hair and show them the scalp and say, guys, like, you know,
Yeah, well.
I'm my ear.
Yeah, and it's good, you know, because a lot of persons don't always see that side of Beyonce. They always say
Yeah.
that she's a little bit more, you know, reserved. You
Yes.
don't get to see her personal side.
Yeah.
Whereas with Rihanna and Fenty, you know, she's marketing it in a
Yeah.
whole different way. But for Beyonce, we're not gonna see her, you know, combing
Showing
through her
herself.
scalp and saying,
Right.
"This is my
So she
hair."
literally
Yes.
can't itch
Yeah.
scratch. No, but as I say,
You know, sir.
like, we know when it come on to woman and have patting on one normal so.
She was
I
a
don't-
pattern show. It was from the scalp.
All right,
Okay,
guys,
cool.
Good.
we're going to have to move on. Jimmy Kimmel, of course, freedom of speech was, you know, tested when it came to Kimmel and being cancelled or taken off air with ABC because of, you know, threats, because of what he would have said relating to politics and just comments. And one of the things I find which is interesting is that, you know, at the end of the day, you have to be very strong to say what you want to say and not be worried. Specifically, like that's one of the reasons I'm a big fan of Dave Chappelle. Like him not
Yeah, Dave the normal.
He the boss.
Yeah.
But also in the way in which he says certain things. So he'll leave you thinking. And that's what you have to love about Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
So
Like
he
his
mix it
use
with
of words.
intelligence and comedy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think as well it's important to remember the kind of country that you're living in, who is running that country, and the temperature of the country.
That's true.
And even though constitutionally you have a freedom of speech, again, the fact is you have to just know the kind of person you are working with, right? It's not going to be somebody who's just going to be, shaking the shoulder and say, boy, that's not a media person. No,
Exactly.
this is somebody who, when he says he going to do something, I think he's shown that as well at the start of the year.
Yeah.
Mercy me. There's no stopping him.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
And you guys for 2025 need to check out, of course, Dave Chappelle's new special.
I
as well.
saw it.
Yeah.
I've watched
I saw
almost
it's
all of
pretty-
them now. It's
pretty
on
awesome.
Netflix, guys. Like,
Yes.
it's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And finally, in your international news, we want to talk about MTV making changes internationally. There are a couple of MTV stations that outside of the US have been closed. No longer, seeing that music rotation. I mean, YouTube has taken away. Persons are not sitting and watching MTV for videos anymore.
The game changed
The
completely.
game has changed, and so you have to
So
pivot.
hard to say goodbye.
Yeah.
To
I'm not gonna-
ridiculousness.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
the TV
but
is
it's
literally
a
in
lot-
your hand.
Yeah, and
You know
it's,
what I mean?
it's just a lot of their music channels are shut down.
Exactly. So you
but,
still have the reality
Yeah,
shows,
we still have
you
that
still have some of
aspect
them
to it.
still up,
But
yeah.
we've seen where things have definitely shifted over the years.
Absolutely.
And so we're not, a lot of persons aren't even watching TV like that anymore. Like we'll stream stuff, you'll pay for your streaming.
Yeah, but cable what? Who?
Yeah.
Nobody does that.
But you're not
Yeah,
really.
the consumer
or
behavior
internet.
definitely has changed. But the truth is that I think for a lot of these platforms, instead of shutting everything down, maybe look at the opportunities that are available with it, especially when you have pivot,
Pivot, yeah.
scale down maybe, offer it in another way, a bite-sized
Yeah.
way, that kind of thing, or instead of
Or
just
even
shutting
offer
down
it
together.
offer it differently. For
Exactly.
example, on a streaming platform similarly to what like a Netflix, or for example, where persons are tuning in and they're paying to watch.
Yeah.
So or even like a YouTube, for example. So I mean, there are different ways for persons to consume.
Yeah.
On the podcast
the
game
the
is on a
entertainment,
different level
but
now.
Absolutely. positively.
Gamify a couple of the music videos and
All
all
right,
these
guys,
things.
we have like just 5 minutes remaining in
Okay,
our
there
Eblaze
we
year in
go.
review. So we're going to do the top 5 for 2025, and we're going to get the votes in. Rhythm of the year. What are your votes?
Storytime rhythm is definitely
Storybook.
up there.
Yeah, storybook.
Sorry about that. It's a little
Yeah.
bit slow kind of R&B vibe, but I guess that's where we are in dancehall
You're
now.
not the latest, me
Yeah, we
not
are
the
mixed there.
prime.
You know it go. That's up there.
So I think so. The Fiesta Rhythm was released in 2024, but that
Yeah.
did well as well in 2025.
What about is it WYF?
I think 2026 YFL.
Yeah,
WYFL, DJ
that's
Max.
yeah.
That is an awesome
yeah.
project.
Yeah,
But I don't
that
think you
one.
even finish it yet because there's like
No.
more artists recording on it.
But
It really trended in December.
But I think that it closed out the end of the year.
But I believe that's going to be a rhythm that is running 2026. and not
Yeah,
necessarily
it's kind of
2025.
unfair to
I would
kind
give-
of. You see, rhythm
I'd give Storybook that. All right, now,
Alright.
song or collab of the year.
definitely Shake It was what?
Shake it to the max.
Shake It to the Max.
that
Shake It
was
was 25?
that
Shake
collab.
it to the max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a I mean, it's a good song, but maybe could have been, but Khaled putting all these greats and
I don't know about
legends.
that.
I don't know about the
Jan.
song. I think
Yeah.
the idea was better than the
Than the
actual
execution.
execution.
Yeah. So it's a nice collab, but not necessarily.
No, it wasn't a hit song.
Yeah.
It's a
so
nice idea,
Collab of
but-
the year,
yeah.
I would give it to Molly and Shensia.
man,
Oh, for
Most
sure.
definitely. And
Of
Skilly Bang.
course.
Because, listen, I'm driving
Oh.
the US. I hearing it on
I have
You
another
know
one as
radio?
well. Governor and
Asian.
Asian,
Yes.
yes.
That's
Yes, that
another
was a
big
good
song
one.
for
Yeah.
2025.
I think so
like
too.
all the Gen Zers
Yeah.
taught me that one. Okay,
Yeah,
and I was
Actually,
like, oh, this is hot.
I would give Asian breakout artist of the year.
Oh, really? Most
definitely,
And
most
possibly
definitely.
Skipper
Yeah, I
too.
agree.
Skipper,
I agree.
Skipper,
Yeah.
yeah. Both for me as
So
well.
guys, y'all
yeah.
just skip past song of the year and didn't mention Itch Scratch. Come on, guys.
No, wait, what did that?
Was that, I don't. That's
At
a
the end of
social
the
media
year.
trend of the year. That's I don't know if you want to call that.
And that's a different thing we have to talk about. How do we
Yeah.
categorize
So that
hits?
fight again, Sean.
Yeah.
What am I
They
telling
have
Sean?
social media hit songs and they have street hit songs and they have songs
More
on
like
the
I believe
radio.
was it was both.
comeback artist of the year.
Okay.
They shake it?
Shensi, yeah, shake
Oh,
it.
Elephant
most
Man.
definitely.
Ellie.
Elephant Man.
Is there
Yeah,
anybody
that-
else but Ellie that could get that?
Elephant
Comeback
Pretty
Man.
Little
artist.
Baby.
Yeah.
I mean, that song is still with us.
Ellie's
get the crowd,
That song
Ellie.
is still
You
with
get
us.
the crowd, you
Yeah.
get
The ladies are still by the
Really
flowers.
found
All
Yes.
right,
It's
and of
amazing.
course, like
We're
most
doing this.
consistent artist of 2025.
Wow. Cartel.
Most-
Cartel. Since he,
No,
yeah.
I'm caught between Massacre and Cartel. If it's male.
I would say there's Idonia, there's Valiant too. That especially Valiant did a really successful tour of the US.
He did do a very
Like
good tour.
he got numbers that even some Shensia concerts didn't get. You know what I mean? And you would be looking at Shensia as a larger artist on the US stage than a Valiant. But so there's so many of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know
Massacre
who-
is definitely up
Massacre
there.
is
We
the
have to
man.
big up
You know who we have to mention
Chronicle
too?
too.
Spicy,
Oh,
spicy,
Chronic
spicy.
Don't forget Chronicle.
Chronicle
Queen of the
did
dance
good.
hall, if I
But you
mention
know who did
for
good
sure,
too?
Spice was
Armani.
amazing.
Armani. had a
Armani is
great
very
2025.
talented youth.
And maybe even Nige Boy had a good year. as well.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely.
He was on some of the trending projects, and trust me, he's even on the YFL Riddim now too, the
yeah.
DJ Mac project. So we're looking forward to a great 2026
Yeah,
in
big up to
entertainment.
big up to the
Yeah.
ladies in dance hall, please.
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
Big up
Shensia.
Pampute.
Shensia had a great year.
Shensia had a really, really
man.
good year,
Yeah,
and
man.
she's on the road.
I see Jada coming back as well.
Yeah.
Chanel has
Yeah.
released some new stuff too.
Yeah.
So
Jada-
Chanel at Sumfest, she was one of my favorite
Oh my
performers.
gosh, she was
yeah.
amazing,
So
right?
we're not even talking about the Sumfest performance yet, but Chanel, big up.
Yeah.
you were
Yeah, man, she
like
was
last year we did an
Powerful.
hour, we did an hour and a half this year. There's so much you could talk about in entertainment, especially when it comes to our local dancehall reggae artists as well, and them collaborating too. And we haven't even touched on Afrobeat. You know what I mean? There's so much, but we definitely have to close. We have to wrap. We have to go, guys. Return to regular programming on the Overdrive. Thank you so much for tuning in, whether it is online or on your radio. Definitely you can look for clips of Eblaze Year in Review on our socials as well as our YouTube channel coming up as well. Want to thank again Lion Pride for partnering with us. Definitely for the lion in you. All right, guys. Any final words? Or bye to the people.
Hey, yeah, we're just saying, keep the music alive, man. Keep dropping music. The people love it. The people want to hear from you. Reggae and dancehall. These are our genres out of Jamaica.
Yeah.
So artists, we have a responsibility to ensure that these genres are not just, in the background, but we're pushing forward. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we just hope for a successful 2026 for everybody. We're looking forward to more hits. Not so much the misses, but lots more hits. And just a great 2026 and beyond.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And keep
man.
it fun and clean, man.
Yeah. Quality
Yeah,
music.
please, man. We can't get radio edits, please.
Yeah, we'd love
Yes,
radio edits,
that's
man. Come on, guys. And more itching and scratching. That kind of
No, we don't want to each and scratch
Yeah,
on here.
guys. A great
each and scratch.
2026 and beyond.
Eblaze Year in Review 2025.
Bye,
That is it. Big up and bless up.
Bye.